Alright, electricians, here's my Lectric XP Lite as I've currently modded it, but gonna make some more changes. Alright, going for the ultimate Lectric XP Lite. So that means we're gonna add some new stuff to it. Namely, a new battery. We're adding a second battery to this thing. This is the high-long. We're gonna add these X-Tech hydraulic brake calipers in gold. And a new bag here for the rear rack back there. So yeah, I can't wait to do this. The brakes are a little soft these days, so it needs some adjusting. So I figured I'd throw these calipers on there and spruce it up a bit. So this is a little battery kit from Electric All Wheel. There's the battery blender here. That's going to go inside where the controller is. And then the battery, 10 amp hour, 48 volt. It's going to sit right in here behind this, on the C-post, attached to the C-post in this kind of dead space right here that you see. So it's a perfect area for that. And I'm looking forward to adding more range to my XP Lite. Here's the front brake. There's a Zoom X-Tex, and it's going to go right here. It's going to look pretty sharp, I think, on that wheel. All right, front calipers on. Stops like a champ. Looks great. Okay, there's the rear brake caliper. She's all set. Look at that. That's tight. Here's a look at the battery. It's just charging it up right now. Comes with a little charger, 2 amp charger. Here's the battery inside there. High-long, 48 volts. And you got your XT60 here. So that's going to connect to the battery blender, which is right here. Very small. Good package here. All right, step one is just putting this little XT60 connector plug onto the main wire that goes to the faceplate. So we did that. And I got to pull out this wiring and start doing some more plumbing here. Next, we plug in the out wire, which is right here, into this plug right here. Next thing, you add the little XT60 connector, or DINS connector, to one of the battery ends. So I did that. I got to take this extension cord that goes to the second battery, which is pretty long. Basically funnel it through the hole under the bottom up there and pull it out up into the top here. So I can connect it to the dual battery connector. All right, so I got it. Got to pull it up more. There we go. Okay, that was the hard part. So you take the second battery connection, you plug it into the dual battery in one of the two batteries, and we got to plug this one into the main electric battery that exists. All right, so then you put the faceplate connector onto the other battery. This is basically the other battery connection right here. Now all I gotta do is put everything back in the hole there, and we're done. Challenging part is just getting these wires to go in there and fit, so it does take a little bit of play and imagination there to get everything correct. I want to just test, make sure it's working, so I just plugged in the battery. And I'm gonna turn the bike on. I haven't closed anything up yet, but Let's just make sure the second battery works. And voila. It's at 80%. All right, definitely a challenge getting those wires to fit, but it's on. And we are ready to roll. Just got to plug in the battery, attach to the seat post, and we are done, guys. Okay, the battery's on. It's all tightened up here. Just got to hide these wires and... Alright guys, we are cruising on the XP Lite. Newly updated with hydraulic brake calipers and gold. Second battery. So now we got 17.8 amp hour battery. And no more range anxiety in this thing. I was always... This is like the one bike I was always constantly trying to charge. Because it just doesn't, you know, it gets like 20 miles if you're going on PS3, which is basically what I ride in mainly. This is about 13 miles an hour if I'm pedaling. And I do throttle this bike a lot just around the neighborhood because it is really fun to do that. You know, I really just like riding this lightweight e-bike. That's what's fun about it. It's just it's nimbleness, it's agility. Also, I think it's the best looking e-bike I own. People are always asking me about it. They're always complimenting me on it. This sandstorm color is just fantastic. I mean, just a cool color combination with the black, with the brown grips and saddle, with the gold calipers now. I get some other gold accents too on the bike. It's really kind of like a anodized orange, if you will. More, not gold, but it definitely adds to the bike's appeal, I think. So we'll have to see how much range I get. I got to do a range test. Right now we're about 80% charged on both batteries. So I'll get a range test at some point, probably in November. Whoop, this guy coming. And yeah, just looking forward to riding this a lot more now. It's got all kinds of upgrades. I'm gonna go park and show you guys just more of the highlights of the bike. Alright, there's my street machine. Lectric XP Lite in its new configuration. This is my street e-bike, guys. I love just throttling this around on the local streets. It's easy to pull out of my garage, and I think this is the best looking XP Lite around. So there's not much else I want to do to this thing. This is kind of my last ideas was the second battery and new brakes. Let me turn the bike around and get you a look at those brakes as well. The black, the tan, the brown, and the orange accents. I mean, it's just, I'm in love with this e-bike. Just to look at this e-bike. Yeah, it's not the fastest in the world, but it's mine, and it's customized exactly the way I want it. So that's what the appeal of this bike is. It's so easy to travel with. I can bring this on the train if I want to. It's one thing I didn't get a chance to do this summer, was bring it to New York. I mean, maybe I'll still do it, but if I have time. But just a gorgeous looking e-bike, no matter how you cut it. Okay, one quick postscript to this project. I didn't quite like the look of how that extra battery bag looked in between the top of the rack and the bottom there. So there was enough slack on that line where I just put the battery in the back rack, rack bag. So the battery's now in here. You can see the wire coming out. I just zip tied it to post right there. And I want a much better look. I keep my original look with this setup here. So there's the wire, and I just basically zip it up to the end there, and leave the wire coming out at the end. So yeah, that's a better way to do this second battery, is just get that floating seat, floating rack there on the seat post, and maintain that look of a nice BMX style Lectric XP Lite. So brakes are really good. Do 25. Start applying them. Boom. I mean, wow. This thing stops on a dime now with these new calipers. So glad I did that. They're like 50% better than what I had. So originally I thought I was going to put calipers on it because I thought it was fine, but it just makes a world of difference. If you thinking about getting electric e-bike, I mean, this might be my favorite model that they have, to be honest with you. I just love how the different colors they offer. It's very customizable. It's pretty easy to accessorize, and it's just a great street e-bike, you know. I don't take this on trails. It stays on pavement, and it's my quick trip e-bike. I just want to get out, get some time in on the bike, move my legs. It's the perfect e-bike for that. And now I can go farther. So I did a range test with it back in May on that Long Island trail, where I got about 20 miles out of it doing PS3. And now I should be able to get probably 50 miles on PS3 with that extra battery. So it's 2.2 more amp hours, maybe 45. But that's on flat ground, of course. So I'm thinking I'll get throttle only, maybe 30 miles. So I'll have to do that test first. We'll do a throttle only test, range test with it, and see how that does. But just pretty stoked now. I got about 350 miles on this bike so far. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the new look, the new functionality. I'll put links to everything in the description. So definitely, if you want to purchase some of your own, use my links, help out the channel. And I'll see you next time on Crisscrossed. We out.